I've been expecting you. Just kidding. Just kidding, everybody. I don't even know if anybody's in here yet, but if you are, you got an awesome intro. I don't even know if you can hear me yet because nobody's in here. At least I amused myself. Okay, that should do that. Good, good. Ah, ha, ha. Now we got some Megs in here. Fabulous. Here we go. Hey. I don't know why I'm typing it because I can just say it aloud. Oh, we have tiny dog. He's feeling a little insecure tonight. Okay, just sharing real fast and then we will get underway as usual. Thanks. Thanks, Meg. She liked the intro. Fabulous. I think this already went out. I think this already went out. I think this already went out on Twitter. I tried to set it up to go automatically. So if it goes 2 times on Twitter, then oh well, question mark. That is probably fine. And now we're waiting on Facebook to take 1,000 years. Live now. Oops. How's everyone doing tonight? Good, I hope. Please let me know if you can hear me and see me okay. There's not much I can do if you can't see me. Actually, now I think about it, I can adjust the audio, maybe. Maybe. Travis, you ordered my book. I hope you like it. Oh, geez. It's like so funny when I'm like, hey, buy my book, hey, buy my book, hey, my book, and then someone's like, hey, I bought your book, and it's like insta panic. Because it's like, oh, I hope you like it. So I do hope you like it though, Travis. You kind of like the horror stuff, so you'll probably like it. So, Meg, I'm doing good. Good. It's good to see you. It's good to see everyone. I like hanging out with my friends on the YouTube on the Wednesday nights. Cool, cool. This is bugging me. Stand by. There we go. All right. Cool beans. That's one. We really should start keeping like a tally. How many times a stream I say cool beans, which would make that twice. Alrighty. So for those of you that are in here, oh, I do have to quickly, I don't think that my mic is picking it up, but husband's printer is printing back there, so if you can hear weird, tiny, high-pitched noises, that is husband's 3D printer that is working. So, Hakuna Matata! Yes! Means no worries, because it's Kim Here's weekly live show, which means it's just time to sit back and hang out and not worry. There's a tagline. Alright, so, for those of you here and or on the replay, have you checked out, I think, those of you in the chat, I'm pretty sure you have, the Anchor Station, the podcast. I use quotes because I feel like it's only half a podcast right now, because it's still a pretty major work in progress, but I really like it. I like doing it. The content's only okay so far, but I like using the app, and I like its, what is that, interface? Is that the word that it is? I like it. I like the app. It's fun, and I've found some cool people. So, Meg says, I just listened to the newest one. I think the newest one is where I'm answering a couple of call-ins from Jess and her daughter, Lily. I got mini interviewed by Lily, who's like the sweetest thing on the planet. So thank you for listening. Thank you for listening. I really, really appreciate it. Seen some good support over there from the YouTube channel specifically, so it is much appreciated. Much appreciated. Yes, very cute. Thanks, Meg. Yeah. I couldn't resist answering her questions, especially since I have such a strong opinion on who my favorite My Little Pony is. I mean, do any of you have a favorite My Little Pony? I'd love to know who it is. I actually really would like to know if you have a favorite pony, who your favorite My Little Pony is. And let me know if you guys... I've got the mic down here because I didn't want to wear it, so if you can't hear me, or if it's too quiet, or if I need to speak up or something, please let me know, because you know how I am with the microphones. We're the best of friends. Okay. Yeah, so also if any of you have any suggestions or feedback or anything for the podcast, for the Anchor Station, I should stop using quotes. I mean, it is kind of it's a mini podcast, but yeah, if you have anything that you want to hear on the podcast, please let me know. Because I really, I want to make it great, and the only way to do that is to see what you guys want. So, I know Meg says I don't really watch now. I don't remember if I had a favorite as a kid, but I will have another kid costume picture to send you. It's like your kids and I are just on the same brainwave. It's very funny. I grew up on the old one with Megan. Her name was Megan in the show. How funny. I'm talking to Meg about... Well, I'm talking to everyone, but you know what I mean. Anyway, and Firefly and Wind Whistler and Surprise, and funnily enough, there was an Applejack in the old one. That's like the only pony that they brought back was Applejack, which was super random because it totally should have been Firefly, but whatever. Oh, I have thoughts and feelings. When do I not have thoughts and feelings? That's the real question. Meg says, I still have to think of something to call about for the podcast. You don't have to call. You can call. I would love that. I would absolutely love that. But I will take questions / suggestions / whatever, anywhere. So, living my rhapsody. Hi there, just joined. Only a few minutes. Hi, you're new to the live show. Am I right? I feel like I have not seen you in the chat before. So, welcome to this ridiculous circus to which I am the ringmaster of. I was doing some content strategy yesterday and was trying to come up with better intro and outro spiels for the videos, just to make them a little shorter and more concise and things like that. And that was one of them that I came up with, was like to remind people to subscribe, like to say quirky circus. That was it. It was, I am the ringmaster of this quirky circus. And then I was like, no, we cannot say that. And then I went and said it. So I'm very good at taking my own advice, obviously. Super new. Well, welcome. There are good people here. There are great people here that hang out on the channel and hang out during the live show, and it's super fun. Glad you could stop by. I know you said you only have a few minutes, so we are happy to have you. Welcome. Welcome. Hopefully it's not too crazy boring. It's a bit of a mellow night. I've had like a weird mellow day, which was unexpected. Today is like day one of about 8 crazy days in a row, just schedule-wise, but today turned out to be like way mellower and more chill, so I thought I was going to be like for the live stream, and now I'm just like, hey guys, because that's how I speak when I'm in a calm mood, apparently. I found you the other day. You're hilarious. Thank you. Thank you very much. I saw great energy, so funny. Thank you. That's very sweet. Thank you very much. Thank you. Oh, guys, you're just so nice. You can make my head explode. You know, people really should stop saying nice things about me, though, because, like, I really feel like I can feel my head getting bigger. Like, this is going to be a problem. Cool. Well, we're happy to have you. Living my rhapsody. Do you have a first name, sweet thing? I like to first name my chat people. That's okay if you... I was going to say if you don't. I mean, I'm sure you do, but it's cool if you want me to just, like, call you Rhapsody. We should have cool code names for the chat. Why don't we have like CB names or like call names for like pilots, fighter pilots? Like, cause we're definitely as cool as fighter pilots. We should have call signs. Although I feel like that's just opening up a door for people to call me all sorts of ridiculous things. But I make YouTube videos, so I kind of do that anyway. I just leave myself vulnerable to the occasional troll. Yes, you are just so full of yourself. I know, right? Like, with good reason. Just kidding. Ew, what if I was really like that? That's terrible. I don't hair flip very well. Do you guys watch Kimmy Schmidt on Netflix and Titus and how he does like the fake hair thing? Like, but he's sassier than me, so yeah. Yeah. So in creating the anchor station and the mini podcasts, Living My Rhapsody just put some cool guy sunglass emojis in chat. Everybody watch yourselves. We got a cool guy that's a cool bean. Welcome to the cool beans, because it's cool beans. Oh my gosh, is that four or five times I've said it already? And how far are we into this? 12 minutes is how long that took for like 5 mentions of that. I have started looking into some merchandise for that. But I am trying to really, really dig deep in research and make sure that it's not trademarked by anyone or anything, because I don't want to cause any trouble there for myself or for anybody else, because that's just kind of a jerk move. So I am knee deep in research, ankle deep in research for that. But like I was saying with the podcast, I had an idea for a fiction podcast that I'm not going to get too much into because it's still just like a baby of an idea. So, girl, Living My Rhapsody. Living My Rhapsody's a chick. I'm just kidding. I don't refer to women as chicks. I'm not that cool / lame. So Living My Rhapsody is female. Just kidding. It's like this like weird case study, like Living My Rhapsody, it has been learned, is female. Which is kind of funny because that was kind of the idea I had for the fiction podcast was like an investigator type girl, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, but I thought it would be really cool to do a weekly or a twice a month fiction podcast that would kind of supplement Demonic Illusions, the book I just re-released. It's back there. See it? There. That is so hard when your screen is not mirrored. It totally throws you off. Sorry for all the emojis, Rhapsody says. I tend to go overboard with that. No, I dig it. We are emoji tolerant. We're more than emoji tolerant. We are emoji encouraging around here. I don't think any of us are anti-emoji at all. Sometimes words don't work and you just have to emoji your emotions. Okay, you get what I'm saying. The sentence got away from me, as it does. Bearboy Woods, hi! Welcome. Good to see you, as always. Good to see you. Cool beans. Oh, jeez. That's 6, I think. I really am going to start taking a legit tally, and then there should be like some sort of something I have to do if I say it a certain number of times or something. Anyway, so I'm considering doing a fiction podcast. Like I said, to supplement the book I just re-released, and I think it'd be really fun, just not terribly, kind of like, do any of you guys that are, any of you that are podcast listeners, listen to the podcast Welcome to Night Vale? Like, it's one of the coolest and very established. It's been around forever. But it would be kind of like that, but instead of a news broadcast, it would be like, journal entries from like an investigator girl that would, anyway. But it would be cool, I think, because it could kind of continue the story in a way that you don't have to buy the book, but it would just be so much more fun if you did buy the book, and so it kind of would just help with sales a little bit, but also be like totally its own content, because as you know, I really like to make the content, and a podcast is a way to do that without putting all the makeups on my face. Because I don't dig the makeups. Yeah. I listened to a few of them, but I got bored. Like, it just wasn't funny to me. The, Night Vale? Yeah. Yeah, I just barely started listening to it because I'm based on the whisperings and rumors I'm hearing, audio content is on the rise and is going to grow exponentially. So I'm trying to jump on the train. And I wanted to anyway, but I really was lacking the, like, legit idea for a podcast, and this way, if I do a fiction podcast, it's not just me doing a podcast, but it's also me writing, like, just legit writing, which is something I really, really love, and really, really miss. So, and I tend to really, excel is the wrong word, but I do very well with the, short to mid-length kind of stuff, short stories to novella sort of length of stuff, and so I feel like that would translate to a podcast fairly easily. Not a novella by any means, but really shorter stories, and then I could also publish those if people wanted. So, like, there's just, like, some ideas for that I think would be cool. I like tennis better. If you listen to that. No! Hold on. Oh, where's... Oh. That's not the notepad I want. Hold on, I can't find my notepad. Ah! Stand by, stand by, stand by, stand by, stand by. Blech. Got it. Check. I wrote it down. So I will check that out. But yeah, I think that would be fun, and I think and that one I'm going to actually host and distribute out on iTunes and maybe SoundCloud, probably SoundCloud, as long as they're still in business. Did you guys hear that? I feel like SoundCloud is kind of fading a little bit. I feel like I read a thing about it. Oh, the dog is upset. Does anyone speak dog? Do you know how to say get over it? I think my dog probably knows what get over it means. I say it a lot. I'm kind of a jerk like that. Rhapsody says, I loved your writing advice in the video I saw the other day. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Which one specific? Are you a writer? Do you write the words? Can you words? I can, apparently. Cannot. I give lots of writing advice. Obviously, I'm very good at it. Which writing video are you referring to? Just out of curiosity. Because I like the feedback. I like to know what my people like so that I know what kind of content to make. Because I love you guys and I just want you to be happy. Oh, general chit chat. That's the other thing I have written down. Oh, the aspiring. I just recorded a video. Just kidding. That's not true. I just edited the video for aspiring and being an aspiring, whatever, insert creative title here. That will be going up Friday. So to kind of, just a little more organized, I kind of have decided to, like, apparently, which accidentally happened, But I kind of am using the Anchor podcast to just get out some more like organic, slightly less organized, almost ranty type thoughts on what I want to say. And then I can like hone it in for a YouTube video. So I organized my thoughts a little better and put it together for a video that's going up Friday, because it's something I feel really strongly about. I feel like just it's bothersome to me how the word aspiring is used, and I don't like it, and it needs to stop. Especially for people that are just starting out, because how you define yourself to yourself is important, and I feel like using toxic words like aspiring just doesn't help anybody, so. But now I'm just repeating everything's going to be in the video, so. Yes, you do words. Rhapsody does words too! The word club! Doing words is hard. Making words, it's not easy. It's not an easy job. But it's a fun job, so we love it. Or we're just like masochists or whatever. Could be that. Oh, I'm thinking of a podcast. Yes, yeah, the aspiring one was a podcast. But there will be a video, so you're not too far off. I had planned to do it as a video, and then I was like, well, let's like get my thoughts and feelings out in podcast form and just talk about it a little bit. And it kind of helped like flesh out what I like really wanted to say, so that it was very clear in the upcoming video. So it helped. The one about having courage. Oh, 4 things every writer needs. Is it funny that like I know exactly what video by like one tiny word that you use? Don't you have a video with Dale came out Friday too? I think Dale over at Self-Publishing with Dale, if you have not checked out his channel, do so. On my channel homepage, he's one of the channels on the side. I want to say it's this side. I can't really tell which direction because my screen's not mirrored and that confuses me, but when you're looking at it on the right side, it has the suggested channels, and mine says the Cool Kids. I really shouldn't rename that the Cool Beans. That's 7. But Dale, Self-Publishing with Dale is there, back to my point. And if you are writing and even considering self-publishing, you need to be on his channel. Because that guy is just the king. He's an expert, he's an authority, knows what he's talking about, and he will be able to help you immensely. His channel is fantastic, and he just started Patreon, so if you really, really love it, support him on Patreon, because that guy is just giving up so much vital information for self-publishers and newer publishers, so it's important. Meg, do you have a video? Oh yeah, with Friday. So Friday with Dale, speaking of Dale, wow, I'm so good at being, like, staying on task, you guys. Amazing. I think the interview is going up. He interviewed me, and I think it's going up Friday. I am not 100% certain, though. I feel like that's what he said in our collab video. We did do a collab. So, Rhapsody, I just published my first one, so now I'm recovering from all the trauma. Dude, so much trauma. My heart, I feel for you. Oh, dude, for real. So what genre do you write in, Rhapsody? I gotta know. Hi, Sean. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you. Dale does have amazing energy, Rhapsody. He does, and he's like he so genuinely wants to help people be successful with publishing their own work. And the thing is it's like, I know that like it can get really oversaturated in things with how easy it is to self-publish these days. But the fact of the matter is, it's amazing because you can hold on to so much, not so much, 100% of your creativity. Like, you have 100% creative control when you self-publish, the way that full-on self and indie publishers do. And it's so cool because it's just such a, like, it's a scary thing when you traditionally publish to have an editor say, hey, you're going to change this in your book, and that can be really scary. And I am probably going to venture down the traditional publishing road in the future. Like, I mean, in a weird way, I want to explore that, whatever, but there are pros and cons to each avenue of publishing. I'm a firm believer in that. One is not the best for everyone. Everyone needs to kind of choose what's best for them. But it's really cool with this self-publishing availability to us now, because we really do have, like, we have this creative control over our work, and we can quite literally do just about whatever we want, as long as we're not infringing on copyright issues and things like that. Like, I can't publish fan fiction, obviously, for money. But yeah, adult fantasy sci-fi. Rhapsody writes adult fantasy sci-fi. I love that. That's really exciting. That's cool. Rhapsody, if you're on Twitter, shoot me a link to your book. That'd be super duper. I might check it out. I might go check it out. How exciting. I'm very excited for you. Congratulations. That's not easy. And so everyone watching and in the replay, please congratulate Living My Rhapsody for publishing her book. Round of applause. Oh, I'm lame. I just did that. That's what happened. That's exactly what just happened right now. So that's really cool. I'm excited for you. So, adult fantasy sci-fi. I'm reading a new fantasy book right now. I should have brought it in here. I actually thought about bringing it, but I met a really cool author at Salt Lake Comic Con, and she gave me some pretty stellar writing advice, and I bought her book because it just sounded incredible, and so far it's really caught me. You know when you start a book, and when you're reading and you start a book and you read the first couple chapters and you put it down to whatever, go to bed, go to work, go to whatever. But then you kind of look at it and you're like, oh, but I don't think I want to stop reading this book right now. Like, that's where I'm at. So I'm just like I'm looking at it on my coffee table and I'm like, I kind of want to just not do this other thing and go read that book because it's really intriguing me. So I'm very excited about it, and I haven't been this well, I did just read a romance that was actually pretty. Do I have it down here? I don't know. Anyway, I did just read of another author friend of mine. I just finished her book, which was really interesting because it was straight up romantic comedy, and that is not my genre, but I actually really liked it. So that was cool. That was really cool. Camille is here. Oh, I'm so excited. Camille. Guys, Camille is literally one of my favorite YouTube channels. Her booktube stuff is so great, and her unboxings are super wonderful, and her, I mean, talk about thoughts and feelings. That girl is insightful and smart. So if you need a super awesome booktube channel, go check her out. Or just YouTube channel, because she does some other stuff too, and so I don't like having the label of like booktube or lifestyle or whatever it is that I am. I like to be liberated from that and free to make the content I choose. But she's great, and I'm so excited you're here, Camille. I'm so excited. Welcome to the crazy insanity that is my live show, which is actually pretty mellow tonight, which is great, because everybody needs chill time, so we're just here to chill. But I'm very excited you're here. It's very good to see your face in my little chat. That was a weird thing to say. It's nice to see your face in my chat. Oh, you're getting all the round of applause. You're making me blush. Well, it's a well-deserved compliment, because I really respect your channel, dude. Just one more page. Rhapsody says, right, just one more page, 5 chapters later. Well, I might as well finish it. Yeah. No, that's it, though. And I'm pretty sure that's what's going to happen. And it's a series. So, like, it's like there go the next 2 months. Just which is good. That's good. That's really good. So, I've reworked my schedule, so I have more reading time now, which is going to be imperative now that I'm writing. Back to writing, which the hiatus is over. We are writing. Tis good. I just filmed a tag for next week because next week's going to be really crazy, so I had to pre-film some of my next week videos today. But I did like this work in progress tag all about the book I'm writing now, so in a few weeks you'll hear, I don't know, juicy details is too much to say because I'm still drafting it, so who knows where it's gonna go, so I can't give too many details because they could change in a second. So, yeah. But, yeah, I'm really excited about it. And I'm also almost finished with 2 short stories that are going to go in a friend of mine's book. She's an artist, and she's put a book together with these really just beautiful art pieces, and she wants short stories to go along with them. And naturally, I was like, hey, I write the words. So I did two little horror snippet stories, pretty short ones too, which is just cool. So very excited for that. So what is going on with you guys? Does anybody have anything exciting happening? Rhapsody published her book, so we got that fantastic news. Yeah, so, and Camilla's here, so that's exciting. It's very exciting. So, she was one of the first channels I subscribed to, which is kind of funny. Like, do you ever have those people, like, when you first start, like, really watching YouTube videos, like, do you remember, like, especially with the booktube community and, like, the book reading community on Facebook, who wants to even hear about the Facebook? Nobody. But the book reading community on YouTube is really cool, and it's just funny when you start really watching YouTube channels and things, and you remember, like the YouTube channels that kind of got you started with, like, watching things regularly and being excited for what they were going to put up next and that kind of stuff. And Camille was one of mine, and there's a couple other booktubers that were just very exciting, and to, like, and now, like, I talk to them on Twitter, and we comment back and forth on each other's videos and things, and they've really, like, legitimately become my friends, and it's, like, so cool that, like, people on the internet can be your legit friends. Like, I don't believe in my real life friends and my internet friends. Like, I just have friends. and I am a firm believer in that. But, yeah, so, yeah. But if anybody has anything exciting, I'd love to hear about it. Yeah, so, I'm hoping to, I keep getting sidetracked about the podcast, but I am hoping to launch the fiction podcast, obviously, as soon as possible, but I still am, I don't know, I'm taking a podcast course before I really start constructing the bones of the podcast, because I gotta figure out where I'm gonna host. I'm gonna figure out, I gotta lots of almost like branding things that I have to do, because I don't think it's gonna be, it's not, I can tell you right now, it's not gonna be titled Kim Here. It's gonna be under Media Strange. Maybe it'll just be the Media Strange no, it won't be that either. But yeah, so it's gonna be under my bigger brand that is Media Strange, that does all sorts of media stuff, book publishing, video content, and now audio content. So, but yeah. Oh, hold on, wait. BB, you are new. Are you new? You're new. New to the live show. Can you try your best to sing the Despacito song? To your best ability, please, because it would make my day. I don't know the song. I don't think I know the song. Oh, goodness, I'm so sorry. And I can't sing a whole song because of copyright issues. Which I, funnily enough, do not have an issue with, because I make creative things and intellectual properties and things like that it would really break my heart if somebody else stole it and made money off of it. Like, that's really devastating. So, I've never had an issue with, like, copyright. I've never been one to really grumble that much about it. Like, sometimes I sound like I do, but I really don't have a problem, because I know how much work has to go into creative work, and so just mad respect for people that create things, and I would hate to steal them. Sean says, it's crazy how many people I've met and have become friends with. I know, like, it's just, what a world we live in. What a time to be alive when you can just make friends easily. It's fantastic. Sean says, it sure makes the world a lot smaller. It does, though. Isn't that funny how, like it's, I'm having a realization right now, but, like, the internet sometimes, like, seems so huge when you look at the number of views things get and the reach that things get, and it's just, like, the internet, like, is so huge that it's, like, the size of the universe. Like, it's just a number that I can't wrap my brain around. Like, it's just so huge that I'm like, does not compute. But at the same time, it makes the world even tinier because it connects us all instantly, and so it does. It just like closes all the gaps, so it makes the world way littler. My mind is blown right now that the internet is so huge, yet makes the world so small. Having a moment. Rhapsody says, friends from all over the world, thanks to the technology. The time of pen pals. Yeah. Yeah, Meg, if you're still here, Meg, didn't you mention in your piece I read on Medium about how you had a lot of pen pals growing up? Because that's really cool. Sean, I remember having pen pals in elementary school. Yeah. BB, I've been subscribed to your channel since the Disney Secrets video. Oh, goodness, the one with Jess. Yes, you never... I haven't. I'll have to look it up. I may just not know. Here's what's funny. I don't listen to a ton of music. The music I listen to is not anything that other people listen to. It is, well, some people listen. Classical music. I listen to classical music or talk radio, NPR. That's pretty much the extent, or podcasts. Now it's all podcasts. But, so it's funny because, like, any popular music or anything, I'm just like, and the only, like, non-90s Disney music I know is Frozen and Moana. Oh, and Tangled. I do know Tangled very well. But I will look it up. And get back to you. Remind me, if you don't hear something about it on Twitter or the next live show, hit me up on Twitter about it. At Kim Barbu. I'm going to type that in. Look at me. I know how to do the things, guys. Oh my gosh, I'm so good at this. Yes. There we go. That, Kim Barbu. You can see that now in the chat. That is all my social media handles across the board. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. But, yeah. So, yeah. I may know the song, though. And I just don't know that that's what it's called. That's super possible. Yes, I had tons of pen pals. That's what I thought, Meg. That's really cool. I usually don't have the energy to handwrite letters. But you guys all know that I'm pretty lazy. So it doesn't take much for me to not want to, I'm just lazy. Yeah, so from all over. That's so cool. Are you still in touch with any of them by chance? Just out of total curiosity. Oh, yeah, BB, I wish that helped. I'm trying to figure this song out by looking at what I see in the chat. Is unfortunately not helping me. Sean, I'm a classic rock kind of guy. I grew up on that. My mom was really into the, like the 70s rock and things. And so I do have a deep affection for David Bowie and Queen. Under Pressure is, like, I think my favorite classic rock song. I just, be still my heart. David Bowie's my guy, though. But I liked David Bowie because when I was 5 years old, I watched Labyrinth, and that, like, I've been in love with him ever since. Kind of like Captain Hook. Like, he's just one of those guys that it's like, yeah, oof. Those troubled villains that I just love so much. Meg says, I tried to do it again as an adult, but I just couldn't make the time or have that. Right, like, yeah, maybe that's the difference. Like, as a kid, your only obligation is homework, and everyone knows that we don't put our full energy in that when you're, like, in elementary school and such. So, pen pals, like, you have the time and the motivation to do stuff, so. To be 10 years old again. Rhapsody, look up Bismaccio in the original version. I preferred that one. Will do. Got it. I have a tiny notepad that I use during live shows. Meg says, so there was one girl that I started writing to when I was around 16. She lived in the same state, and we met when I was, oh, and you met when you were 21. Kept in touch for quite a while, but had a falling out a couple years ago. Oh, falling out. Oh, yeah, it happens. Especially, I feel like, well, a couple years ago, so I guess, I don't know, but I feel like in your 20s, you kind of, like, go through, like, a friend cleansing. Especially in your late 20s, I feel like, where you're like, what? Like, you, like, figure out what it really means to be a friend and to have a friend and what a friend should be to you, and then you kind of like purge those who don't fit that. So it happens. That's really cool though, that you actually like met with one, like became like legitimate friends. That's cool. Like even if you've grown apart since then, that's still like, that's really cool. That's cool. Camille, yes, Labyrinth. Dance Magic Dance. Really? We've got the Labyrinth book tag coming up in a couple weeks. I'll definitely tag you. Yes! I think I may have done it. You know what? I think I did do it a really, really long time ago. It may not be the same tag, though, because, you know, sometimes... But, I did do I think I did a Labyrinth book tag. I'll have to double check, but I could totally do it again, probably. Good stuff. Labyrinth is... Oof, that movie is so... The people that don't understand that movie, I feel very bad for, because that movie was just shaped my childhood. It was one of the pivotal moments of my life. The movie Labyrinth. Thank you for the content, and thank you so much, BB. Okay, we'll see you next. Thank you so much for stopping by. We will see you. I do these weekly, every week, Wednesday, 9:30 Eastern time. So pop by. Love to have you. Thank you for hanging out. It's a good time over here, I think. Yay, pen and paper. I keep losing my notes, so I decided to take pics of all my... That's a good idea to take pictures of your notes, because sometimes, like, I literally can handwrite sloppily faster than I can type usually, and then I don't have to go back and correct words, like I know what it is, even though it's in my sloppy, crazy shorthand. Not real shorthand, like Kim shorthand. It doesn't make any sense to me sometimes. But anyway... But taking a picture is really good, because then you've got it on your phone, because very often I will lose a sticky note, or I lose my little, like, detective notepad. I lose notepads and sticky pads. It's shameful how often I have to buy those, just because I lose, like, half of a notepad because it's just misplaced. But taking a picture is a really good idea, so if I, like, handwrite it and snap a photo of it, I've got it. This is genius. You're a genius. See, this is why I have a live show. I learn the things. It's fantastic. Sean, that's so true. Sometimes you have to cut some friends loose. It's true. It's true. Meg has not seen Labyrinth. Oh dear. No, I'm just kidding. No, it's so good. It's so good, and it's definitely like, I don't know, what is it, cult classic? Is that what that's called? Like, where it's like just like, it just hits this certain group just right, but the music is fantastic, and it's David Bowie, and it's wonderful, and it's just kind of some 80s goodness that we all love so much. So if I'm ever in your area, and we finally get to meet in person, we will sit down and watch Labyrinth, because it's so good. It's so good. So good. Rhapsody says that saved me so many times, plus I write in code so Noah can decode my stuff. I love that. I used to journal write in runes, ancient runes, which if you really tried hard, it doesn't take much to decode that, but I thought it was so cool. Like, I was like, yeah, I write in runes. Nobody can read my secrets because it's in ancient runes. So that was late teens, early 20s Kim. She was a loony. Sean says, okay, I have to go. Okay. Thank you for hanging out with us, Sean. Love seeing you as always. We'll catch you next week, hopefully. Meg says, yes, I know. Meg, you are East Coast. I want to say you're in, like, New Hampshire. Are you not in New Hampshire? Camille says I used to do that with runes in high school, right? Like, don't you feel so cool when you write in runes? You're like, yes, I am mystical. I'm like a wizard. I can write in my ancient language. That's how I felt anyway, which was part of the reason I did it. Not just to, like, keep secrets, but because it was like, no, I am Merlin, obviously. Like, that's what it was. Thank you so much, Sean. Have a good night. New Hampshire, I'm so good. I'm so good. I love that part of the country, and we have family in the Boston-ish area. So, although it's been a while, it's been a year since we've been out there, and we're probably gonna have to make a trip in the coming months. So, if the next time I'm in Boston, which is usually almost yearly, I'm surprised it hasn't been this year, but yeah, we're gonna do a meetup. I think there's a few people I feel like that are, they're East Coast time, but I don't think they're actually New England. I love New England, though. It's such a cool part of America. I just love it so much. I don't do it on purpose. I just can't write. What don't you do on purpose, Rhapsody? Hold on, I gotta scroll up here, tiny. Oh. You don't write in code on purpose. It just turns out to be code. That happens to me sometimes too, because like these like squiggly lines, and I'm like, I'm sure that was a word that I wrote saying I'll know what this means, and then no, I don't know what this means. So yeah, it happens to the best of us. All right, guys, we have been going for 45 minutes now, and I need to let you get back to your lives. Oh, yeah, Borrowathon. I need to see what's going on with... Is that the one where you mentioned that the other day and I meant to ask? Is that where you send books to people? Ben Sanders is in New England. Yes, he is. He is. That's right. That's right. I remember that now. Have you read his book? If any of you are booktubers... It's down there. I can't reach it. But, good book. Ben's book was really good. I liked it. The Code. Yeah, The Code. Yeah. Oh, that's Swapathon. Which one's Borrowathon? There's so many athons that I get confused. Oh my gosh. I don't know why you guys hang out with me. I'm so lame. Honestly. Super. I genuinely wonder sometimes. It's cool, though. I love you all for taking pity on me and hanging out. Okay, Meg's gonna brief us all on Borrowathon. Borrowathon, right? Borrowathon. Yeah. And Spookathon starts on Monday. I told you, there's so many athons. Keep an eye out tomorrow morning. I have a video going up. Oh, perfect. Meg has a video going up. If you're not following Meg, go follow Meg because she's also super duper. Also, another person that, sorry, I feel like I screamed that in the microphone. I hate microphones. Meg's channel. I do not plug your channel nearly enough because she's another one whose insights are wonderful and fascinating, and I tend to follow booktubers that really have their own opinions. Like, that is like just a qualification you have to have for me to be following you. If you're a book channel, I need you to have your own thoughts and feelings, and I need you to tell me what they are. And Meg definitely does that. She reads good stuff too. I get good recs from her all the time, so she's top notch. If you're a book reader, make sure you're following her as well. Oh, funny. Perfect. Meg says Ben's book is on her Spookathon TBR. I don't think I'm going to be able to do Spookathon. I know I have too much going on that I will be lucky to get any reading done in the next few days. Or the next few weeks, actually. So, Rhapsody, I have some video binging to do. Oh, yes. Binge away, my friend. Binge away. I'm a big fan of the bingers. What's that? Oh, that was terrible to be called a binger. Sorry about that. That's awful. You do have opinions. Meg says, "Aw shucks, thank you." And I definitely have opinions. I do, and that's why I love your channel. Repsies, please link that in the description when you get a chance. Yes. Ooh. Link. Got it. Do that. Travis says, I can put my new Kim book on my Spookathon. It is. It's spooky. And also, I can't say what I want to say because this video will be demonetized. And also, I'm like one of those weird owls that you see gifs of everywhere. I'm a big fan of Bingers Kim 2017. I love my live shows so much, you guys. Oh, Kayla's here. I'm live. Hello. And live's on my channel. They scare. Oh, you know what? I love them. I absolutely love it. Here's what's really cool about going live. Oh, wait. First of all, please go check out This Is Kayla. You guys, her channel is so cool. She does, all I do is like say, hey, check out their channel. But you guys, you don't understand. The people, I am very picky with who I follow and who I subscribe to on YouTube. And I think I'm subbed to like all of you. So, but it's like, they are very good if I'm subbed to them. Like that sounds terribly snobby, but that's just kind of how it happens. But she does, she's got travel videos and she's also doing some amazing writing videos. So my writing buddies in here, give her a look-see because she's got some good stuff. But yes, going live is so much fun. I was really nervous the first time, and it was a couple months ago, but, well, more than a couple. It was in the springtime, I think. But I really, really liked it, and I was like, I gotta do that again. It was really fun. And then I decided that to save time, I was gonna try going live to save me from editing, because I'm spending way too long editing videos, just because of the way I shoot them. Like it doesn't have to be that way, but just, it's a very long, involved story. But, live video needeth no editing, so it saves me hours, and I get to talk to all of these beautiful people whom I love so much. I love so much, so much love to all of you. So totally go live, and just make sure you promo it so that I will see it and can join in on the chat, because I love catching live shows. I love live streaming. Like, I love being a part of it and chit-chatting with people, and I also love doing them on my channel. Like, both ways, it's just so great. Jess is here. The Kinnika one, that is Jess, best friend, often referred to as best friend, who lives in Florida. But yes, it is Wednesday. Here we are. We're actually about to wrap it up, but that's okay because you can text me. We need to make a gif of your owl move. Mike is on his way. Mike, who is here very often. Sorry, I feel like I keep yelling in this stupid microphone. Mike is on his way back from Cancun. He gift my note-taking face when I take notes. You should find him on Twitter. I'll have to try to, I'll mention it to him, because he might. He has gifted me before. I'm a big fan of bingers. I feel like there's another merch. Every time I do a live show, I get an idea for merch. I'm like, that needs to be on a t-shirt and or coffee mug. Oh, Rhapsody just followed me on Twitter. Thank you. It's really great to do that, either Twitter or Facebook. I'm getting better about the Facebook. I hate being on the Facebook, but I'm getting better about updating my page. But if you're following me on Twitter or the Facebook, I do give updates for stuff there. So you know when a live stream's coming up, you know, like when the book was coming out, you got like a sneaky peeky at the cover and stuff like that. And so I do update those a lot. And I'm usually around for chit-chatting and jibber-jabber. So no, I really, like, I'm very active on my Twitter especially, and I do get back on Facebook. I'm pretty quick about it. just because the following's a little smaller right now. But yeah, so my social media stuff, the @KimBarbu, yeah, it super awesome if you guys feel so inclined to follow me over there, because I definitely keep updated on what's going on with the channel and things like that. So Meg, I did one live Google Hangout. That was fun, but I'm nervous about doing it on my own channel. Like making doing it with Google Hangouts is easy. That's what YouTube's automatically connected to. So if you just click the live streaming thing in your channel stuff, like where your analytics are and blah, 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 one of those little tabbies says live streaming. You just click on that and you go, and it hooks you up to Google Hangout. Google Hangouts. Yeah, so they make it really easy. I am using OBS, which is a free software, and that was a little trickier to figure out. I had to watch some tutorials and things and ask a few questions on Twitter from people, but it turned out to be easier than I expected. And the more you do it, just like, honestly, it's just like with putting up regular video content, the more you do it, the quicker you learn, and the more you learn, and the easier it gets. And so you just have to, it's kind of just like making a video in the first place. You have to just kind of jump in and do it. And I love it. And like, it's like a cool YouTube hack because it totally like boosts your watch time incredibly, which is not really the reason I did it. That was just a nice bonus. But YouTube likes it when you go live, so they help you out. So it's cool. Will do. Perfect. Editing takes the life out of me. I've newfound respect for YouTubers. Yeah, it's... And like I said, truthfully, I could do better if I scripted more and if I didn't ramble when I'm filming, because I have to go through all that footage. I mean, I'm not kidding. My 5 to 7 minute videos are like 20 to 30 minute video clips that I'm editing down. But you just get more like organic personality from me that way, because I just feel scripted if I have too much of a bullet point list or of a script written. So I kind of make more work for myself, but I'm trying to be better. As Camille would say, progress is more important than perfection. And I think that's my favorite, one of my favorite things about her channel, is that she always reminds me of that, and that is such an important thing. So important, especially if you are making content, any kind of content, any kind of anything. It's important to remember that, because otherwise your heart is just broken all the time. So, kind of like along with my aspiring thing that I have the video going up for tomorrow, because it's the same thing. So, live shows are scary. Travis says, live shows are scary. I'd be afraid I would host a live show and no one would come. And then it would be like having a 13th birthday party, no one shows up, and then you sit at an empty table, light your candles inside. Yeah, that can happen. That can happen. I was just peeking at how many are in here right now, just but it can happen. However, the people that really follow you, like your, for lack of a better word, your loyal fan base, which I don't like calling them fans, but anyway, they'll be there. They'll try. Anyway, they'll try. And just make sure you schedule it at a time that most of your audience isn't working, so that they're free and available. And watch a couple tutorials on how to tag your live streams to make sure that you have live in your hashtags, because like I said, YouTube chew up the rankings a little bit if they know you're live, because then people are on YouTube and that's what YouTube wants. So I'm just full of all the knowledge. Awesome. Okay, guys, we have to wrap this up. I've kept you for an hour, and that's really terrible of me, because you have lives that are probably much more entertaining than what's going on right now. So make sure you check out the Anchor Station if you haven't already. I really like doing that stuff, and I hope the daily reports are just kind of me trying to get used to putting out content, which I didn't do today because I was doing the live show and didn't have time, but I really like doing them, and I'm hoping to do a podcast like the Aspiring Creator podcast I just put out on the weekends. For now, it's going to be the weekends, or just at least once a week, and then those are saved as episodes, so they don't disappear the way most of the stuff on Anchor does in 24 hours, the way an Instagram story does. Those are saved, so you can, if you go to my Anchor Station on the app, or on the app in the desktop, I don't think you can access it, but I'll try to remember to link them. But yeah, you can listen to those cool, sort of cool podcasts, and it get better with each one, so yay. So Rhapsody says, I had no idea exporting and compiling took so long. 11 minutes took 8 hours, and then 5 to upload. Oh, that sucks. Fortunately, I don't. Sometimes I'll have, if YouTube's like having a day, because there will be, if I don't upload at the time I normally schedule, because I schedule the night before usually, if I don't do that and I end up uploading the next morning or something, it can take hours and hours just because there's either more traffic and there's more people that happen to be uploading or whatever, but it can, or if I'm like on hotel Wi-Fi, which is the worst, but yeah, it's not always easy, and it takes a lot of time. Alright guys, that's gonna do it for me. I'm trying to make sure there's no other housekeeping I need to take care of before I release you into the wild. Just kidding. Okay, as always, I love you all. Thank you so much for watching. You're so wonderful. We'll be back again next week. Same time. 9:30 Eastern. Same place. YouTube. The internet. Home of my life. Sometimes I feel like I live in the internet. Okay, check out the book if you haven't already or if you want to. Wait, you have a podcast. Please link. I will link it. I will link it. I will link it right. Okay, let's see if I can do this. Because you guys know that I'm a total tech pro. I think that's it. That might work. That might maybe work. Okay, so, yeah, it's a new podcast. It's new, it's in experimentation mode right now, but it's fun. So, okay, I love you guys. Please have a good night. Please have a good week. And check your rune notes. I'll do that. And, alright, that's it for now. Consider subscribing to this YouTube channel if you haven't already. You can count on me for all sorts of thoughts and feelings. Okay, that's all. Thanks for watching, you guys. I love ya.